They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Dead Dad, a horror podcast.
Brought to you by Big Baby Studios.
Hello to everyone listening to this episode of Dead Air, a horror podcast. We have a special guest with us this evening, but before we introduce our guest, we would like to introduce ourselves because, you're going to hear us talking this entire time. You need to know who we are. So my name is Aaron, and I am an improv theater artist, Nax. And the reason I'm here is because I'm a fan of horror movies. I am not a film student, so I don't dissect the movie per part and everything like my co-hosts. But I am a fan, so I do enjoy watching horror movies. And these are my co-hosts, beginning with...
Hi, yes, I'm Chris. What am I? I'm a lot of things, but for the purposes of this podcast, I really love horror movies, so I like to call myself the horror fanatic of this show.
Okay.
And our third guest is the polar opposite.
I can't believe Chris called me a guest. Hi, this is Miguel.
I mean, the third host.
I'm Miguel. I'm the third host. It's easy to categorize me as a scaredy cat, but I've been doing this for a while now, this podcast, and I think I'm only the semi-scaredy cat. I'm kind of okay now. I can watch most of the films we're reviewing.
Oh no, do we have to stop calling you the scaredy cat?
I think I want to be
He's brave today.
Yeah, because I've seen this movie.
How brave.
I've seen this movie.
And it's a great movie because it was picked by actually somebody, our guest is somebody that I've known for, no joke, more than 10 years. And she's an actress, she's a singer, she's a podcaster with one of the highest ratings, actually, her podcast with her husband, Wake Up with Jim and Saab. And she is one of the sinaunang bloggers, I would say. Sinaunang Tumblrists that I know. So everybody listening, this is Saab Magalona. Let's give her a warm welcome. Yay!
Welcome, Sam.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Hey, I can't believe I'm so. I don't know why I'm so nervous to be part of this podcast. I feel like I'm a fake kasi sobrang hindi ako bagay sa horror podcast. But you guys assured me that it's gonna be fine.
Well, it won't be scary at all. But I'll have you know, we were called by GMA Online as a hit Pinoy podcast. So yes, we're kind of a big deal. We are kind of
I
a
love
big
that you're
deal.
claiming it.
I mean, GMA Online knows their podcasts.
Yeah, diba?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're
So
putting it out
Sab,
into
yeah,
the
you
world.
mentioned that you do not like horror movies. Is there a reason you don't like horror? Was there something that happened or something you saw that just made you not like it at all?
Really, I'm a scaredy cat. I have an overactive imagination. If I watch a horror film, I'm just gonna keep thinking, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Whoa. That's like
Is that
0 to 60.
I think actually it started, marami akong as a little girl, well, up to now even, parang I've been afraid of clowns, dolls, because of all this stuff that I watched as a kid. Of course, Child's Play. I caught a glimpse of it while my parents were watching it. And then I just saw that that scene where Chucky moves inside his box for the first time.
Oh no.
I remember that. And talagang, that's it for me. I can't. I cannot.
I can't.
No.
Marami akong ganyan, Sab.
But for someone who is such a scaredy cat, your movie is one of the scariest movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only if you're not watching a lot of horror films, when you do, it has to be really good.
It has to be worth it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And parang you have to watch it because
true.
you can't relate to everyone else. When this came out, I think, wala patang internet nun, no? So, if it's a hit, that's everyone's watching it,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very word of mouth pa noong time na yan. Very analog pa yung pag-spread ng balita.
Yes.
Everybody saw this movie, yeah.
You could say
Are we gonna say what movie?
Yeah, we will. We will. One day.
One day.
We'll think
Maybe at
about
the
it.
end of this podcast, we'll
It's
actually.
probably on the title anyway. So.
So
Yeah,
So
so,
what is the
we have to
movie
talk
you
about
chose,
it.
and why did you choose? Why did you choose this movie?
So I chose The Ring, Ringu. I didn't even
The Japanese one. Yeah.
the Japanese one kasi hindi ko pa napapanood yung English version.
You're fine. Yeah.
But I watched it as The Ring. I don't know. That's how
Mhm.
paano ko ba
Yeah.
pinanood yun? Was it a
Well,
whatever.
hopefully you
Anyway.
made a copy and made someone else watch it. So zing.
Oh.
It wasn't my fault. I blame my dad for that. He's the one who made the family watch it. So it probably was a
That's
real
awesome.
VCD. VCD pa ata. VCD pa ba nun?
I think so. Yeah, like
What's
Yeah.
this is
Actually,
Come
my
This
disc
is
1,
90
disc 2.
98, 99. Yeah.
98.
If it wasn't VHS, yeah, that would probably be VCD.
Yeah,
Which is kind of
Yeah.
scarier if you're watching Ringu and you're watching it off a VHS tape or something. That's like
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't watch it
Yeah.
ng VHS.
Yeah.
But I do remember if it came out 98, I think we had just moved into our new home, our new family home at that time. And yun nga, my dad's into horror films. I watched The Ring with him, The Grudge, Ju-on ba tawag doon? You guys know that? Yeah, I watched that with him in the theater. It's fun watching horror films with
Oh,
my dad
hardcore.
because he keeps laughing. So I keep laughing. And
Nakakatanggal ng nervyos.
yes, so it was a fun memory watching The Ring with the whole family. It was 98. How old was I? And how old were you guys in 98?
Chris?
But don't
Don't ask.
let's not do that. Let's not go there. It's a little
99.
unfair.
Oh, I think
I
I was.
was 8.
Did it really come
I
out?
was 18. I was 18.
Okay, wait lang. So it came out in 1998, but it didn't.
Yes.
Was it a hit
No,
here na nung 98?
It was
No,
90. It was 98 in Japan, and I think it was 99 in the Philippines. I'm not sure, but I think that's
Then
what it was.
naging hit
2000s
siya.
na yun.
Oh,
Hindi.
feeling ko 2000s
For
na.
real?
Was it 98?
No.
I was 10 years old. 98. So,
Because I remember seeing it in college with a girl I was seeing it.
oh.
So that was 19. No,
Oh,
so
whoa,
19.
whoa.
So no, you know the
Is-
story, Chris.
Do you want to talk about
Is that another? Is that another horror story,
Horror.
Miguel?
Whoa, Chris. What? Kinala mo to. Anyway.
So this girl.
98,
Okay,
98,
anyway.
yeah, college tayo nun, Chris.
It probably became a hit here later on. I don't think it
Absolutely,
was 98.
yes. It was not
Yes.
98 when it came here, for sure.
Yeah.
I know I had
So-
at least graduated college when I saw it.
So we
Oh, fuck,
watched it.
further
at home.
further dating myself.
Shit, I
We-
think I'm confusing it with Ringu. With Blair Witch. Anyway, moving on.
Blair Witch.
Yeah.
I watched that
Yeah.
too. Pero
Yeah.
I watched that nung after, hindi na siya hit nun. Parang later
Oo.
on na lang in life.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had no idea what everyone was talking about when it was a hit, Blair Witch. But anyway, going back to The
So
Ring.
anyway,
So
yeah.
I remembered watching it with the family, and then the phone rang in the middle of watching it. It was night. The phone rang. And then yung phone was parang downstairs. So we had like a how do you explain this? Parang
Split level.
split level, yes. So we were
Yeah.
watching it a little higher than the lower floor, and the phone
Yeah.
was there, and it was nighttime, and nobody wanted to pick it up. And then, ay nako, I shared a room with my sister, and sobrang hassle kasi our brothers played a prank on us after watching it. They put a TV and a VCD player in our room.
And,
So I think my sister
So
woke
good.
up in the middle of the night, and there, yeah. So hindi pa,
ay, nako.
basta, it was
Yeah.
very stressful.
It is a very
Well-
stressful. Yeah.
It's extremely stressful. But maybe we should kind of take a step back, Miguel. Do you want to give the listeners the rundown on what
Yeah.
Ring was about, just so we can
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
introduce
Seen
the whole
it.
thing?
Proof.
So
Yeah.
all right. I can't believe I keep doing the recaps. So it's like a cursed VHS tape. Whoever sees it dies, and then it gets passed on from person to person, and people who keep watching it die. And
right.
oh shit, that's pretty much the premise. I forgot how it went.
Pretty much.
Did somebody try?
But it's it's basically those stories is a reporter who's trying to uncover what's happening. So she discovers the whole curse, what's behind the curse, and and the consequences of it. Yeah. So yeah.
She kind of
that's what Ringu is about.
Chris. Thank you, Chris.
I set it up. I set it up for Chris to spike. All right.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. So yeah. So it's a 1998 movie. I think I saw it around 99 or maybe even close to the 2000s. And it's based on a book. Apparently, it's a very terrifying book that was made into a movie before this version that we've all seen. Apparently, it was made into a TV movie, which was slightly scary. Apparently, nothing like this movie directed by Hideo Nakata. And so
it also called
that's
Ringu.
what it is. Yes, I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up.
I'm looking it up now.
But yeah.
So we actually
that was it.
watched it again. Well, I watched it again so that we could talk about it for this podcast. And can I just say that I watched it on a Sunday at 1 p.m. and I was still so scared. And I've seen it many times. Nakakatakot pa rin siya.
Alam mo, I think what I remember from that movie, yung sound.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That
so
was
unsettling.
Dead silent, and then biglang it was so different from all the other
so
horror movies that were
unsettling.
coming out at the
Yeah.
time.
I'm getting goosebumps.
There's no
I
musical.
hate this.
There's no musical score. I think there's no proper musical score, but the sound design is incredible. Like the static, the like weird garbly sound on the phone. Even the sound of water. I think it's just so unsettling. The whole thing.
Yeah, ang galing ng sound.
It's all coming back to me now.
I know. And I just remembered another reason why I picked this movie is because Saab Magalona.
Pala yun.
Love it.
You have your own movie.
Did either Sadako during Halloween? I remember. Did any of you dress up as Sadako for the Halloween?
Parang I've never.
All right.
I didn't need Halloween. I just did it.
Aaron looks like her.
Randomly.
I know.
No, and for real, when I would brush my hair in front of the mirror, tinatakot ko sarili ko.
No!
Ay, nako.
I had long hair and I was like, I can't look at myself. Sobrang nakakatakot. Until now. So what are the parts that you remember? Because I'm assuming you haven't seen it in a long time, but it stuck with you so much. So what are the parts that you remember and why?
I remember, hindi ko nga maalala kung ano na yung mga napanood ko eh. Kasi there was a sequel, there was a prequel, diba?
Yeah. Yep.
I probably watched all the Japanese versions, but I do remember, I can't remember which one of the movies had this scene, pero something about a horse, yung mata ng horse, like a close up. Do you remember that? No,
I think that's
Zero.
That's in Zero.
Yeah, was it?
Ring Zero.
I remember that. So I guess I'm remembering it because that was the most recent that I watched. Ring wise, of course, I remember the TV.
Of course. The well.
Sadako, yes, coming out of the TV. And then just the sound and the garbled stuff on the... And then, diba may scene rin, diba na parang security cam in the office and stuff like, may ganun ba?
Yes.
Do you remember that, Miguel?
That might be the sequel. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I think she's talking about the when the reporter went to the place where Sadako lived, and then they showed security cam of where the tape was, the empty tape on the bookshelf.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes, maybe. Yeah.
That freaked me out also. See, look at her. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
Well, this movie is so seminal in horror history. It just it really exploded on the scene. And then it really opened up everyone's eyes to Asian horror. And then because of this, explosion, so many other Asian horror films became mainstream, actually.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's a really, really good question to ask everyone. Like, where were you when you first saw Ringu? Because, like, for me, it was a seminal moment. Like, this blew my mind. I was so young. I mean, Saab must have been
Much younger.
really early into her teens. Yes, much, much younger. Really early in her teens. And then this is really, like, stuck with her this whole time. How about you guys? Like I'm sure you guys
Stuck with
remember.
me also,
when
yeah.
you watch it. Yeah.
This is
never
literally
saw
one
it
of the
again.
most terrifying scenes I've ever seen. Yeah. Literally one of the most terrifying scenes I've seen. I remember, for me, the visuals that stuck was the actual footage from the VHS, from the video. that we saw.
Unsettling. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't make sense. It gave me a feeling that this was very specific to Japanese culture, but it was just incredibly unsettling. Yeah.
Now it's coming back
You know
to me.
what's so
Diba
great?
parang may there's a guy pointing somewhere. Diba?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's something on his head. Yeah.
And then people crawling on the ground.
I hate this.
Yep.
There's like Japanese characters, and then the girl combing her hair in the mirror.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's so
Oh my
great?
God.
You know what's so great about the reveal of what's actually in the video is because they build it up so much.
Hmm.
Look
Stop
at Aaron.
it. Stop it.
Stop it, Aaron. Stop it, Aaron.
For the podcast listeners, Aaron is going close to the camera, so she's freaking us
showing
out.
showing
Yeah.
everyone the close up of her eye, and it's actually really terrifying.
It
But
is kinda
what I
wild.
was saying earlier was like what I love about the actual footage in the video is that the whole movie they build up to it. They always say that it's terrifying and it's going to scare the crap out of you. And so when they actually do show it, and you're like, wow, this is actually really fucking scary. Like I thought it would be a letdown, but no, it's really scary. Like watching it again, I think maybe 20 years after I watched it the first time or something, it is still terrifying. That movie is still terrifying.
Wait, now that I think about it, the horse's eye that I was talking about, that was part of the video. Parang it's a
I think
close-up.
So
Parang na-reveal na lang later on na mata pala ng horse sa zero.
Got it.
Where the Japanese characters are or something. I don't know. I don't even want to.
Yeah, I remember. I don't want to remember.
I don't want to remember.
At saka yung lumabas na siya ng TV, diba, tama ba naalala ko na she came out of the well, crawled towards the screen, and actually got out of the
Yeah.
TV? Is that how it happened?
Oh my God, Miguel, did you not watch it for this podcast? Are you just
I didn't
relying
know.
on like 20
Memory.
years of
Yeah.
your memory of 20 years ago? Oh my God, you're
Why would I
shameless.
watch it again? Why would I watch it?
Why
again?
wouldn't you? It's an
scary.
incredible movie.
It's so scary. It's so scary. But anyway, people were screaming in the cinema, I think. Like,
Yeah. I remember
Yeah.
that. And I loved
Yeah.
that. I loved
loved
that
it
people
also.
were screaming.
yeah.
And it wasn't yung gulat screaming, it
No,
was tagal
no.
yung, ang
At
tagal
saka yung mga-
Yeah.
At saka may mga nagdadasal.
It's like this person who just can't believe how scary what the thing is that they're watching. It just gets worse and worse.
I tend to fake close my eyes with my hands. Do you guys do that? Ako, I still
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
I do that. Yeah,
and
I still
then-
do that.
And then there's a little gap in between my
Yeah.
fingers where I can still
Yeah.
see, but somehow I feel like
Yeah.
it's protecting me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fake protection. I feel so much safer watching like scary shit with fingers over my eyes.
Mm.
And what I
I
do
don't
is
know
actually
what it is. It's like a barrier.
it is.
Yeah.
You know what I do actually? I use my thumbs to like cover my ears too.
Yeah.
So it's even less scary.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
kasi,
So,
I mean, obviously, a scary movie just muted. It's not scary anymore.
Which is
Yeah.
what I do.
And it protects you from jump scares. Jump scares are just all like volume
Sound.
pushed up to 100. You know.
Yeah.
I took a film class in college, and sabi sa amin, parang it's a cheap shot to use these stingers. If you
Yes,
really
I
want to be
absolutely agree.
a horror film director, try to avoid that. But of course, it's very effective.
It's extremely effective.
Parang used judiciously, parang okay naman eh. So,
Mm.
yeah.
Ang maganda sa The Ring is, which is, someone tweeted about this eh. I can't remember who. Pero parang the most successful horror films or horror stories are the ones na okay, fine, may ghosts, whatever. Pero laging may magandang story pa rin. Na kahit tanggalin mo yung horror element, there's a really interesting story that's happening. And with The Ring, I think that was the case.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because
I totally agree.
One of the scenes that really stuck out with me, and the reason why I find that story so interesting, is because we find out that the dad threw her into the well so that she wouldn't...
Spoiler! Na-joke lang.
Lumabas na nga sa TV eh. But yeah, one of the scenes that stuck in my head was her nail coming off.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst.
Wait, can you refresh my memory? Bakit ulit? Why was she hurting people?
So her mom was clairvoyant.
She killed. Yeah.
Yeah, her mom was clairvoyant, so she got some power from her mom. But then whenever someone would hurt the mom or the dad or start screaming, she could kill just by using her mind. So the dad found her so dangerous, didn't want her to kill anyone, so he threw her into a well and then covered it and sealed it, and she was there forever. And we find out that she's been trying to crawl up. That's why her nails keep breaking.
Yeah, yes,
that's why she's so dirty.
Galing ng, diba?
Origin story.
Yeah.
You know, since we're talking about the origin story, you know that her mom is based on a real Japanese woman.
No.
Yeah. In the late 1800s, there was a real woman who claimed to be clairvoyant, and she went public, and then she was publicly shamed, and she killed herself. She poisoned herself. So that character is actually based on that woman.
Wow.
Oh my
goodness.
Wow.
So, did you guys watch the English version of this?
Yes, I did.
I didn't bother.
I'm not sure.
Gore Verbinski.
Okay ba?
Was it good?
It's not so bad, which translates to not in the same vicinity as how good Ringu is.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, like if you saw the American version first, you think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
And then if you watch Ringu after that, you'll be like, wow, that movie was crap because this is the real deal. I remember my experience with Ringu is why I brought it up earlier is it's so. I mean, I can never forget my whole experience with it. I was my friend Ramon, who hosts our sister podcast, and shout out to Enslate, messaged me one time during I think it was in Manila, and then he was like, "Hey, don't you love Stephen King? Because there's like a horror trilogy that's playing at Cinema Manila right now, and I think it's your jam." So I had no idea what it was. I brought my sisters, my older sisters were like, let's just fucking watch. It's supposed to be great. And then, my God, we marathon Ringu, Ring 2, and Ring 0 straight, like no breaks. Cinema Manila.
Wow.
Not only do I remember it for that was my first film festival experience ever. And it was a horror trilogy, and it was incredible. And I will never forget the sound of my sister screaming in my ear the entire time. It was. So Ringo is really formative for me. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm frozen because I'm just freaking out right now. I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
I feel like somehow I feel like there's an earthquake happening. Like I feel like my desk is moving. I'm just freaking out, guys. I'm freaking out. I don't want to talk about this. Guys, here. I'm gonna have a sip of water. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go get a sip of water. Miguel, why don't you tell a joke? Break the ice.
Okay, I'm fine.
I want to know.
You good?
Like what possessed the Japanese to make such what is it? What was it? It wasn't tied. I don't know how it's tied to their culture in any way, but it was freaky as fuck.
No, a lot actually. It's tied to Japanese culture a lot. One of the things that I learned through I do a bit of like Googling before each episode of our podcast, just so I have stuff to have to talk about.
Oh,
One of the things they have
all,
is like,
all just on top of your head. Off the
it's
top
just
of your
all
head.
No, I mean
Magaling
that's
si
what it
Chris,
is.
magaling yan.
That I mean that's what it is. Yeah. This is all inherent knowledge. But yeah, actually, her dance, her movements are based on this traditional Japanese dance called the botu. I think it doesn't matter what it's called. I mean, of course it does. But oh my god, if you guys just Google this, it is the scariest fucking thing I have seen. Oh my god, it is scary. It's like this old man in
Please
kabuki
describe it.
makeup. It's this old man kabuki makeup, and then he's just like doing these like really jerky like hand movements. It is terrifying. It is so scary, and I totally get why they patterned her movements after this dance. It is just so gross. Like,
did they play it backwards? Like, parang I read somewhere.
no, that's how they do. Yeah, that's how they do her. How it
Her
looks so
voice.
unsettling. Her movement is. They filmed her doing everything backwards,
and
then
played
for the
forward.
film they played it forward. So that's why it's like she's already jerky na nga, but it's even more. It's even weirder. It's because she did everything backward, and they played it forward. So it gives this really like unsettling, like otherworldly feel of how she moves. Yeah. So that's why Sadako is scary as fuck. That's why it's all of that.
I think with the prequel, yung Zero, inexplain yun na some sort of the sound. I just remember may naka-reverse eh. May something was in reverse.
Naka-backmask.
Naka-backmask yung something. Oh, basta.
I'm sure. Everything about this movie is unsettling, guys. And I think that's all like a super conscious move. Like, you're never allowed to relax, like in this movie.
Yeah.
Everything is unsettling. Like, I mean, the camera there's basically zero camera movement. It's just all like on tripods.
It's very minimalist.
And then there's no music. Yeah. There's no music at all. It's just the sound is just so oppressive and weird. And then the video, when it comes out, it's just so jarring. And then the movements and then everything about it. It's just, you're just on your toes the whole time. That's why, for me, it's so effective as a film. It's because you just can't relax while watching it. You're just always like, you're huddled up by yourself. You're watching it, covering your eyes. It's just, even again, watching it 20 years later, I was kind of like, watching it, shading my eyes a bit, because it's a really, really effective horror movie. So imagine how it was when it came out in 98, 99.
Does the sequel have a happy ending? Like, does somebody...
I don't know.
Is the curse broken?
I honestly don't remember.
Is anybody redeemed?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably not, because they were making movies... they were making sequels up until 2 years ago, so I guess the curse was never broken.
Wait, this movie has an actual.
I think the last movie is Sadako versus Kayako, which is the girl from The Grudge. So it's basically the Freddy versus Jason of it's the Freddy versus Jason of Japan horror.
Yeah, but
I've never heard of that.
Oh, sorry.
Me too.
Me also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually directed by the director of the first movie, Hideo Nakata. So,
because you broke some news to us about some real sad news in the real world about one of the people. That's heavy.
I don't know if Saab's ready for that.
So,
what is it?
Well, this is not. It's not scary. It's just really. It's unsettling.
Yeah.
Okay, so originally we were supposed to have our the recording for this podcast. I think about, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
Something like that.
2 weeks ago, yeah. And then so I rewatched this movie on a Friday evening, and I watched it, and it was, again, like it had been my first time in about 15, 20 years, and it was really scary shit. Yeah. The next day, I do a bunch of research, just looking up online. Oh my god! So the movie starts out with these teen girls talking about the curse of the ring, about this VHS tape that if you watch it, you'll get a phone call. And then and the voice tells you that you will die in 7 days.
Yeah.
And then the girls don't believe each other, and then blah blah. There's a fake scare at the beginning. And then the girl gets separated, and then in the next minute, a girl runs back up to find her friend dead. Mm-hmm. So the girl who runs back up to find her friend dead later in the movie, she turns crazy. She goes insane. She goes to she's sent to a mental institution. When I was doing all this research, I found out that girl had killed herself the night I was watching The Ring again.
The actual actress.
The actual actress murdered herself that day. We were watching the movie for this podcast, so it was just
So,
like,
Sam, you're
oh my
saying
God.
it's really Chris that's in danger here, kasi he was the one. So
It's
you're
been 7 days, right?
It's been 14, so we're good.
Okay.
We're past the quarantine
Wait.
period.
Wait. Was there an explanation? Why did she
No,
kill
she was
herself?
just she was just very depressed apparently
Oh,
for a
no.
long time.
Sad. Yeah.
Yeah. Very sad. Yeah. Apparently, she was a very popular actress in Japan after the movie.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to brighten
So
this
it
up
had
a little.
nothing to do with the ring.
I read about that.
Absolutely nothing to do.
Ring pala siya.
Yes, she was the teenager at the beginning. Yeah,
Oh my. Okay.
yeah. So it was quite a strange happening of events back then.
That was the same weekend I watched it also. So when Chris mentioned it, medyo natakot din ako because I mean,
that was a little
it's
scary.
still freaky. And one of the
Yeah.
things that really freaked me out, I remember, is when they show the way that you die after watching the movie.
Mhm.
That's when
You
when I
die-
knew
you
they
die
would
of
show
fear.
the bodies. Nakaganyan na ako.
Yeah.
Because they show their face,
Yeah,
right?
that's just-
And it's
Yes. That's the
that.
traumatizing part. It's like
Yeah.
the
I hate
wide grin. I mean, like
eyes are
oh,
wide, mouth is open, kind
Mouth
of
is
rolls the back of
open.
your head.
Oh God, terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just so scary, so scary.
But I do
These are the types of
looking
movies.
so scared.
I'm excited to go to bed tonight, guys.
No, actually,
Thank
Sam.
you.
I mean, like on this podcast, we also teach each other how to cope. So,
Okay.
so what
Okay.
we usually do is like if there's something really really scary, you gotta detox after. You gotta watch some Steven
Yeah.
Universe. You gotta watch something.
Yeah.
You gotta watch Borat too.
I did.
Wash your brain.
So
Yeah, wash
Super
your brain
fun
of
movie.
all of that before you sleep. Yeah.
Minus
Sige, I'll
reality
do that.
TV. That's what.
Yes,
that's
what do you watch? Real Housewives?
No, I actually haven't seen Real Housewives, but I've been watching this one called Below Deck. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Watch that. I
People
watched
who
that.
work on a yacht. Yeah. See? That'll keep you sane after watching a scary movie. Parang, okay, I just want to watch people work hard and get rewarded or not get rewarded. Yun na yan. Yun na yan. But yeah, we all have our different ways of coping after a scary movie.
I burn
Miguel,
sage.
how do you cope with a scary movie?
I burn shit. No, I don't know. Well, first of all, I try to watch it early in the day so that I have the rest of the day to feel better. I think I eat a good meal, like something like a comfort dish or a comfort food.
What's your
I try to
definition
watch-
of a comfort dish?
like Chinese, dude? Like something from North Park, like Chinese steakhouse,
Something nice and homey and
Yeah. or what else? would I
Watch. Do you guys watch the horror movies alone?
I do.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Gosh.
For this podcast, yes, it's been a horrible experience. Shit.
It's been. Oh come on!
It's been fun, except for what did I tap out of? Conjuring. Hindi ko na kaya.
The Conjuring, yeah.
It was
Oh.
pretty bad.
Yeah. But everything else, I managed to watch it.
Somehow,
Even Shake
ako,
Rattle, yeah.
all my husband and all my past boyfriends were never into horror films. So
Oh, sarap.
maybe that's why I'm not
Good
into
for
it
you.
either.
Yeah.
Tsaka kasi
I
yung
like
mom
Miguel's
ko,
comment.
ano
Oh,
sabi mo?
Sarap.
No one was into scary movies. Sarap.
Walang gulo sa buhay.
I'm sorry that I'm in your life, Miguel.
It's fine. Whatever.
Sorry, Sabi, you're saying
Anyway.
something about your mom.
Oh yeah, no, kasi my brothers are really into horror films and like
Horror.
they're scaring
Oh.
themselves. And
Mm.
my mom would always tell them like, I told you not to watch scary movies. Like she always says, just don't watch scary movies. Kasi alam ko, my brother for a time, when we started off in college, it was me and my sister living together in a condo unit, and then above that was another unit for my brother. We were all going to school in Katipunan. And then, oh, wait lang, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Pause. Sorry,
Sure.
emergency.
No worries.
No
I'm sorry.
worries.
Yeah.
Oh my
Go ahead.
God.
Go ahead.
You know, kala ko, I thought there was something behind her, and like she said, "Wait lang."
Well, there's something behind you, Miguel.
No.
An electric fan.
No. Okay. Okay.
See, it's an electric fan. I see it.
All right.
It's moving. It's moving. Hello.
Of course, it's turning.
I
Have you guys
find it
had
funny
dinner
that
yet?
Miguel's way of coping is like a whole day experience. It's not like after watching a movie,
my.
this is how I cope with it.
It's
It's
not
a
like
whole day experience.
It's not like
Miguel, your trauma can't be that bad. Come on.
I know. I really have an active imagination. I carry this with me forever. I never
Carry this with me. You have
Carry
scarred
this
me
with
for life.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's
I don't know
alright.
if you
That's
heard
okay.
it earlier, but there was an alarm ringing. Did you hear that?
No, we
No.
didn't.
Oh, okay. Because
Everything okay?
our home alarm just
Oh.
so this is freaky.
You know, baka
No,
naman
it's just-
nga.
Do you think?
May
Did you
chance.
guys feel something?
I mean, when you mentioned it, I
Mhm.
made myself aware and parang,
Talaga,
parang
maybe we
there's a
should
little bit
check
of-
Twitter.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
check Twitter right now.
as we're talking.
Our home alarm.
Oh, great. No.
Well, security. Yes, security.
Oh.
Galing ah.
Anyway, no, don't. Okay. So anyway,
Parang wala.
Parang wala.
Yeah.
Parang wala. Nothing on
Okay.
Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So your mom, you lived
Yeah.
in a condo. Your brothers were on top.
And then.
yeah. So my brother would watch a scary movie, and then he would. So sometimes, parang he would just crash at our place because he would be too scared.
That's so good.
For a good like week or two. And then so my mom would say, you know,
Man, he copes like you, Miguel.
you should not
Super.
watch scary movies.
Oh, if it takes you that long to recover, the only things that made me take long to recover na scary things are yung Magandang Gabi Bayan Halloween special. Kasi yun yung based on real shit. So
Mm.
if they mention your barangay, it's fucked up. Like suddenly
Yeah.
you think you see Japanese soldiers. Suddenly you think that there are nurses. You know those nurses? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a story. There was
Oh
a
my God,
time
Aaron.
that there one of our houseboys asked my mom, like, Mom, may nakita po akong mga nurse kanina. And nurse? Bakit? Anong nurse? Pero ma'am, yung parang yung luma na yung suot nila. And my mom's like, what do you mean luma yung suot? Ma'am, alam mo yung sombrero na pa ganon? And my mom was just like, fuck. It's so I did a movement with my hands. It's a hat na
Early 1900s.
early
Yeah.
1900s. The big white hat
Yeah.
kind of spreads out to the side and it looks like
Yeah.
nuns. They look like nuns.
Yes,
but they
yes,
were,
yes.
Because the
Yep.
nurses
Kind of
were
pointy.
nuns back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oh,
he
shit.
asked my mom, like, did you see nurses like that? And my mom was like, no, I did not.
Love
But
it.
apparently Muntinlupa was supposedly a
Oh,
place
Muntinlupa's
where-
hella haunted. Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm so far away from that.
Yeah, Pasig, woo! We only have Vico.
Thank you, Mayor Vico. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout-
thank you,
shout
Mayor
out.
Vico.
Shout out to Mayor Vico.
Damn. Hi, Sam.
guys.
Okay, hello.
You
I'm
okay?
sorry.
What happened?
Everything
No
good?
worries.
We're still trying to figure stuff out here.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Is it
Is it still
is it
going?
okay if we cut?
Yeah.
Cool.
Shut.
Is that fine? I'm so
Absolutely.
sorry. I'm so
Absolutely.
sorry.
No
Don't
worries.
worry.
It's okay. It's
Yeah,
timing
yeah.
again. Okay. I have to go for now. Sorry.
We'll
I'm
figure
sorry.
it out.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
All right. See you, Sam. Take care. Let us know. Holy shit.
What the fuck is going on? Hello and welcome to this episode of Dead Air, a horror podcast. No, you're not. You don't need to adjust your player. This is a redo. This is going to be kind of fun. This is going to be a little interesting because something happened in between the recording of this episode.
Our next
Actually,
guest,
a lot happened.
Yeah.
A lot
First of all, the
happened.
original recording was months ago.
Exactly.
the first
That's what I
one.
was gonna say.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't take it.
October.
October.
And what it is now 2021. So what has happened in between then? Let's
Absolutely
find out.
nothing. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. Nothing has changed, guys. Nothing has changed. But but yes, welcome to the most cursed episode of Dead Air ever, ever. And we're gonna take you through it with part 2 of. Actually, this is still part 1. But yes, let's welcome our guest back.
Welcome back, Saab.
Hey,
Welcome back,
Saab.
Hello.
Glad to be back.
Thank you.
It really is a cursed episode. Something creepy happened.
Actually, a number of things. Actually,
Yeah.
I know.
So,
Number.
okay. So let me just explain what happened.
Yes.
I don't know
Taking
how.
off from your last video clip, which was, I'm so sorry, guys, but
Oh,
I have to go. I have to go. That was the last thing that you said. I remember.
that
I
would
gotta
make a
go.
good teaser.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a security. We've got security's cameras here in the house, and then one of them alert, and then it's never happened before, especially since we're home. Yun, alarm yung house once, and then I went back to recording with you guys, and then it alarmed again. And then it was raining really hard. So we're like, okay, I guess maybe it was the rain, but it's not the first time it rained. And so I did my research pa on the security cam. I'm like, baka it's the leaves. Pero hindi eh. The security cam apparently picks up body heat or something like that. And it doesn't and it doesn't pick up like from animals or pets. Kasi nga, cats could be around. So yeah, that really messed us up. And what's scary is
this is the one.
After the recording, so we said, okay, I think we have to take care of this problem because maybe someone is trying to get in the house.
Yeah.
And then I messaged Erin. Sabi ko, guess what the name of our alarm system is? It's Ring. And then I sent her a picture.
Tumaas yung balahibo ko, nakakainis.
Grabe talaga. As in, and it's never happened ever again. It's never happened before, and it's never happened again. Only when we were recording the episode about the ring. And
maybe we shouldn't say some names. Like can we talk about this movie without naming the main
I was
thing
actually thinking after that, I was like, oh my God, I have cursed Saab and she's never going to talk to me again. Like, I don't want to take credit for this, but
we would
looks
message
like we
Aaron.
should.
We'd message Aaron and be like, hey, Aaron, do you think we can get Saab back? And then she'd be like, let's ask her next month.
It's like, we cursed her house, guys.
Partida muna.
oh my God. If anything
needs to
happens
rest.
tonight, wala na.
Yeah.
No, we're getting rid of all the bad
Let's
juju.
get through this. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Before
No more
anything
bad
happens.
juju.
Yep.
Well, first of all, I honestly think we don't even have to talk about the movie anymore. Let's just hang out. I think
Sure.
we've covered a lot.
Yeah.
So
We did, though. We did.
Yeah, we really
did,
did. We really did.
Yeah.
So let's just hang out, guys. Usually, Sab, when we get to like around the end of the episode, we kind of ask our guests, how has your pandemic life been? So why don't we just go from there? So how's your life changed since the pandemic started? Way back, almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah. At the start of the pandemic, my second child, he was October, November, December, March, April, 4 months old. So basically, he's lived most of his life just at home. And well, having 2 kids in the house is definitely not boring. And we've spent a lot of time with the kids, which is something that's really fun for us. But of course, diba, given the reality of everyone, it's really not great.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a son myself, and he's 2. Parang it's tough knowing that he's growing up in such different circumstances. He has no social interaction.
Exactly.
Well, not no naman, but he's got a little. He gets to go downstairs in our village. He gets to hang out with a few kids, few, like an hour a day, something like that. But I really feel like this has really hampered his mental growth. Honestly, he's an extremely intelligent kid. But just imagine how he would be like if he had a normal life. And so I absolutely empathize with you on that.
I actually have friends who are doing the homeschooling thing because they have toddlers now, like 3 to 4 years old. And once in a while, I'll get a photo of my friend's kid just crying, and then there's a coloring book beside him, and my friend's just like, dude, I'm not a teacher. So it's hard. A lot of my friends are just like, I didn't become a parent to become a teacher. That's why I send them to school, because I'm not a teacher, diba? So there's that also. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I'm so happy I don't have that.
Well, it is. It's fun. It's a challenge trying to come up with a new activity every day. But parang you do run out.
Yeah.
Pero ano naman, it's fun. I feel like it's a full house, and I'm pretty lucky that they both have the same nap time. So
fantastic.
meron kaming rest time.
Yeah. How many times have you gone through the Cocomelon series?
The Netflix one? No. It's the on YouTube, they like super simple songs. I really recommend that.
So good. I love it.
Yeah, I really like that one. The songs are actually really nice.
And the animation is so good. The animation's so good. No, Miguel, I'm serious. Like
we should watch this, Miguel. This is our next project.
Super simple songs.
Super simple songs, so good. I proposed to our producer over here, Mr. Maui, that we do our own version, but like for like Filipino songs. And then like I would animate, he would edit, stuff like that.
Sobrang game.
So
Jim and I
cool.
have like 1 million songs for kids if you need.
Holy shit. If you need an animator and an editor, we're right here.
And our kids just eat that up.
Oh, nice.
Done. But remember, Maui, I did pitch this to you like last year. Super simple song. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, hilarious. We got to keep this episode like super chill and fun and non-stressful.
Yeah.
Super simple songs. That's what we're going to talk about.
For the next few minutes, we're just going to play snippets from super simple songs.
So why is it called super simple songs? Because I'm curious now, but I know I don't. Yeah, but I mean, what makes it so attractive? You said it's the best. Is that
the
like
animation's
Baby Shark?
very good.
Is that
no, not Baby Shark. No.
That's a simple song.
What I like about super simple songs is, well, yung first namin, nakakatawa talaga na pinag-uusapan natin to. Pero if you're gonna get into it, I would suggest watching Mr. Golden Sun first. The animation
Mr.
is so
Sun,
good. Yes,
Sun,
that one.
Mr. Golden
and
Sun.
I really like it because the guy sounds like my husband Jim. So that's why our kids love that. So wala lang. Yeah. And my saxophone and everything. So yeah. Anyway,
it's quality.
Guys, it's quality. Seriously, it's like really good. I mean, like I've seen a lot of shit as a parent, but this stuff I can stand. I actually enjoy.
What is the absolute worst thing?
No, let's not talk about the worst stuff. There's a lot.
It has to be Baby Shark and the like. It's just like. Oh.
Pero Chris, have you seen? The Wiggles?
I love the Wiggles, man. The singer, the girl is so cute, dude. I have the biggest crush on her.
Is she the sister of Kylie Minogue?
Oh my God, is she?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm making it up. But anyway, so today they came out with so the Wiggles. Ano sila? Parang nung panahon natin, high five, right? Yung mga mga ganong types. So they're like the new
they're
kind.
Australian.
Yeah.
Googling.
So today they came out with yung alam mo yung Like a version. That series.
Yes.
They came out with a cover of Tame Impala. Sobrang wild. Kasi si Vito, my second child, loved niya yung The Wiggles. And then Pancho, my firstborn, loves Tame Impala. Sometimes what we do is we put the shows on mute and then play Tame Impala or Wilco because it's the stuff that Pancho likes. And then so now it's like, what? It's so crazy. Wala lang.
Yep, I just found it. I'm gonna show this to my wife. She's gonna flip.
Yeah.
The Wiggles.
Yeah.
So good. So good. So good. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we've been up to during the quarantine. We're watching a lot of that.
Are you showing your kids anything else? Like, I don't know, like Disney stuff or?
No, we haven't let them watch movies yet. I don't think they're able to finish a whole movie. But we've made them watch some songs from the movies, like Aladdin, the animated one, just to be clear, and Moana, stuff like that.
Yeah, it sucks that we don't have Disney Plus. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, there's this thing that I grew up with that might be on YouTube and might be useful. So there's this thing called Disney sing-along songs. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
So it's karaoke. Like, they have different hosts na characters. One is Jiminy Cricket. Like, all right, we're going to be playing this song from Aladdin. And then there's a little Mickey Mouse that's the bouncing ball so that you can sing with the song.
Oh, I love it.
I grew up with that. So tip for you.
Okay, Noted.
Noted. And it's all the songs, as in from like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, Disney movies that you're kind of like, I never saw that. So you get to know the music.
From all of these stuff that my kids watch, itong last month, grabe, binge watching is really so hard to get out of. Grabe. So I binge watch The Sopranos, all 6 seasons.
My God.
And
I haven't.
Is this your first time watching?
It's my first time. I watched the first 2 seasons before, so it's my first time to watch until the end. And I finished it today.
Wow.
So I'm still
reeling.
I'm still deep in the threads.
Yeah. What an experience. My God.
Yeah. Kasi nakakatawa, during the quarantine, all of the sad news and upsetting stuff, I just really needed the
break.
Parang a break for my mind. So I watched a lot of trash. I watched a lot of reality shows. I think we talked about it the last time. I can't remember.
Yes.
Did we talk about The Circle?
I think so. I didn't watch that.
Oh,
Temptation Island.
Real Housewives. Ano pa? Well, a lot of mga stupid stuff. And then I binge watched. I wouldn't say it's stupid, but very, light lang. K-drama Startup. Did you watch that?
Yeah. I've seen that.
It's really good, right?
I watched that on Netflix. Yeah, so some light stuff. And then I was like, okay, I think I need to go back to, the Good stuff. So I watched The Sopranos, which is the best.
The best.
So
yeah.
Have you seen it, Miguel? Because I didn't watch The Sopranos.
I have not. The last time the last time I binge watched prestige drama was The Wire.
The Wire.
Yeah, yun yung tinapos ko when I was like, first time I was like sick and I was bedridden like for a week. I had like a fever. Like for all 5 or 4 seasons, tinapos ko in a week.
In a week?
Oh.
Yeah, diretso talaga. Kasi
Did you not have a job?
I had a fever. I had a fever for like, I was like in my 20s, and then I was sick. Parang inubos ko lang talaga. And like, parang I was thinking like them na. Like yung internal dialogue in your head, parang medyo na ako. Parang drug dealer na ako. Parang so ako. Yeah.
So good.
And then this pandemic, I said probably this is the best time to catch up on a TV show that has always been highly rated, but I never got to watch, which is called The Leftovers. Pero parang,
I watched that.
Yeah, but I was also saying that parang I started the first episode and like, I don't. This is a bit too heavy for. Like,
that's really heavy, dude.
Yeah, I know.
It's fantastic.
But
it's very heavy.
Yeah, but if you get past season 1 now, it kind of changes tone a little and it becomes excellent. But so I just want to get past season 1, so I'm not there yet.
Yeah, so I totally get what you guys are saying, both of you, because like when this pandemic started, that's why we did this podcast, so we can just watch mindless horror movies. Well, or not so mindless, but you know what I mean? Like I have such a hard time right now, like reading actual like literary books. I just read trash right now. Or like, when I'm on Netflix, like it's either a horror movie or it's a reality show. So like everything RuPaul's Drag Race I've seen with my wife, fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, The Circle, Temptation, all that shit. It's like it's so hard for me to get into something like that I really have to think about and just kind of like appreciate for its artistry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just not there mentally. It's like this is what this pandemic has done to me.
Yeah. I think personally what's been happening with me is parang I binge watch these shows siguro hoping na parang okay, let time come parang tomorrow will come na para everything's gonna be fine na like just I'm
It's a
killing
different
time.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's pretty sad.
I know. The last thing I watched now was also, I didn't expect it to be trash, and then it became trash.
What was
Cobra
it?
Kai. I liked season 1 and 2. And then
So
season
good.
3, I'm like, what happened to this script here? What's happening? Why is it turning? Me and my roommate are just like,
They just embraced how ridiculous it was.
I watched a
but
few
1 and 2
episodes
was
of
so good. I liked
Yes.
1 and 2 a lot.
But
3
you
was
didn't like
just-
the trip to Japan and everything? That was so good. I was just like crying.
Okay
No,
lang, but
no.
the way they were resolving things was just like, ganun lang.
Yeah.
Okay. Good ka na. Okay. Like, wala lang. There wasn't any thought put into it after. And I was just like, sayang. It was
I'm
good.
But
surprised you haven't seen it, Miguel.
No, I know. For some reason, I didn't get hooked masyado. Like even when it first
Okay.
came out on YouTube, wasn't it first a YouTube series? Parang
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of got. Parang I was late, then I didn't get into it.
At least there are still some things that kind of keep us looking forward to the next
know.
week. Like WandaVision has been really good for
Super.
mental health. And personally, ako nga, RuPaul's Drag Race. I also look
So
forward to that
good.
weekly. Yeah, actually, I think those are just the two shows na I'm not
Yeah.
binge watching, but like looking forward to weekly.
But you
Yeah.
know what's coming up, Miguel, is Survivor.
Oh, really? How do you start shooting? How are
Did
they
they
able to
start
do it?
this week or something?
Ah,
I think your brother told us, right?
no. I mean, they started shooting now, but not releasing episodes yet. Well, our producer wants us to say now we're watching all these shows via.
All legally.
Yeah.
Everything has been done. Proper channels.
Wait,
Yeah.
Survivor, the reality show?
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Aaron,
There's an-
You're a
Once-
fan of
once-
Survivor?
It's so
once you
good.
get into it, you
Yeah.
will just fall
I
right
watched
back in love.
seasons 1 to 3.
Yes,
It's better now.
Exactly.
It's better
I gave
now.
up after season 1. I feel like I don't need this anymore. But the last 10 years have been great of Survivor.
And
You know
will
why?
fall in love.
Years?
Yes,
we have been watching for
Yeah, it's like 2 seasons per year, Aaron. So it's great. And then sobrang galing kasi sobrang meta na eh. Like even the contestants are like fans of the show. So that
when
comes
it
into
first came
play.
out.
Yeah.
So like sometimes like the contestants are fans of the show and they go up against like their idols.
Yeah. It's so meta.
Returning survivors. It's fantastic. It's so
It's
good.
fantastic.
You're gonna
It's so
fall in
good.
love with it. I promise you.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
a
Is
sport.
it
I feel
equally
like-
trashy?
I feel like I would just parang my life would end if I start watching that.
Yes. Parang
Yes.
it's super like
I mean, no, me. I mean like ganun karaming episodes, right?
we'll just
Oo.
catch up with the current season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can just jump on any season.
We'll give you like the favorite, one of the best.
Okay,
There are a handful of there's like 1 or 3 like standout awesome seasons. But yeah,
Yeah,
Anyway, like-
and like it's not great for like the
Bench-
competition.
you're right.
It's really
Yeah.
like it's highly emotional.
It's highly
emotional.
It's
And then
great drama. Yeah.
Great drama. The editing is fantastic. Now
Look at us.
it's a lot more about the players, not just about the game. The
Yeah,
game is
yeah.
more kind of like on the side, na, diba?
Yeah.
A backdrop?
Wow,
Yeah,
you guys
it
are
is.
really
Yeah.
selling
Yes,
this. huh?
so we have
I'm telling you.
Chris and
I'm
I-
telling you.
Chris and I, we have a group chat that only comes alive during Survivor
During
seasons.
Survivor season, and we have friends from all different parts of our like social circles.
Yeah, that's what we talk about. Like,
Yeah,
parang kapatid
and-
ni ganyan. Yung parang we're not even friends. And, like we hardly
real
know each
life.
other in real life, but in the group
Yeah.
chat when it's Survivor season, ay tama yung episode na. Parang yan.
Yeah, it's the great uniter, unifier,
Yeah. Just a
Survivor.
handful of people. Yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
I wanna
Yes,
do it.
I think you guys, both of you, will fall in love with it. I'm telling you.
Because you can do chores. Well, that's
Yeah.
you don't need to
What?
focus so much on diba,
And
watching.
there's no pressure for you to watch every single season. Like
Yeah.
just jump on a season, just one, whichever one.
Pero
It's
for
like
us, like,
You have to
RuPaul's,
give us the best ones.
pero for us,
Oh,
Chris,
yeah.
nag-pay off din yung watching
Pay
natin
off
for
din
10
yung
Kasi parang may isang season na parang Avengers Endgame eh.
Oh my!
The last season is the conceit of the last season was every single Survivor winner goes against each other.
Yeah.
So it's super badass.
So Ethan comes back.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's
Ethan
so great.
from
From high school.
And then he's recovering from
2002.
cancer.
Yeah.
He's recovering from cancer. And
Cancer
then
survivor siya.
it's so emotional for him because he used to be this stud soccer player and then now he's really thin. He's obviously still recovering.
Oh my gosh!
But his heart,
in the joke.
yeah, but his heart is in it. He fights so hard.
Yeah.
And it's so emotional. It's so emotional.
Parang there are these giant contestants from the past who parang psychologically have this huge edge on all the new winners. Pero even the new winners have their own style na parang hindi na... Kasi ang galing ng dynamic.
Yeah.
They're so into it, Sam.
You guys are so passionate about this.
So passionate.
I'm so... Okay. Pero ako kasi I'm the type na I can't watch something na hindi all of the seasons. If I'm gonna invest, I'm gonna invest. So...
Sure.
Kahit in the past 10 years. Kahit in the past 10 years nila.
Kaya
10 years?
Kaya in 1
So mga
week.
20 seasons yan.
Grabe yung 1 week.
No, I'm kidding.
The kids are like, Mom, play with me. Oh, let's watch this. Come here.
No, I'll be like, no, watch your super simple songs. Joke lang.
Ang ganda ng pod episode natin na sobrang off-tone from our usual.
Wala, just the things that bring us joy, guys.
Yeah.
That bring us joy.
That's the whole point of this part 2. It's just talk about things that bring you joy.
No, but what is the trashiest thing that you binge watched?
Oh my God. Okay.
Let's go, Aaron.
Can I go?
Aaron.
Can I go? Okay.
Go.
There is this show that existed in mga 2002 that they revived in 2019 called Temptation Island. Have you heard of it?
Oh, yes.
They revived it in 2019 with the same host named Mark Wahlberg. Okay? That's his name. Okay, same host. And the story, the concept is they get 4 couples who are kind of on the brink of, are we gonna get married or are we gonna break up? We don't know. Maybe we should start dating other people. So they separate the couples into opposite sides of the island. And on the opposite side of the island, they put the girls there. They put 12 bachelors that are tailor fit to the likes of these 4 girls. And the same for the guys on the other side. So they can do whatever they want. No rules, whatever. But every week, meron silang bonfire. And they'll be like, do you feel like you're discovering yourself? Oh, by the way, here's a video of what your partner has been doing on the other side. So you see them giving body shots, getting lap dances. So may iiyak. They'll take revenge. It's so bad. It's so good.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that sounds like something I would watch.
It's so trashy. And they really get trashy people. Yung mga taga Florida. Yan,
Grabe.
Yan, yung mga nilalagay. I've seen them, guys. I live there.
Sana wala tayong listeners from
I live
Florida.
there. I know. And even
Florida,
the Backstreet Boys are from Florida. I love them, but they're kind of, you can see the Florida in them. You see it. No one from Florida is listening to this podcast. I don't care.
We don't know.
Hey, we've got tons of fans, Aaron. What are you talking about?
From Florida?
From all over.
Bro.
How about you, Miguel?
That's
What's your trashy show?
Parang, my opposite thing naman is I've been watching a lot of movies na hindi siya shows eh. So, first of all, we have the pod, so I watch our horror. So, I've been streaming and via various methods wherein I pay money legally to watch these shows. Parang, like old movies, like anytime a movie gets referenced, and then parang, it's almost bad because, you know how, did you ever have that bad habit of buying books and then they just become a unread pile?
Yes, of course.
So now I have, an unwatched pile of paid-for movies that I haven't seen yet. So I'm still in a backlog. So wala.
Name one.
I haven't seen Miller's Crossing by the Coen brothers. So
beautiful movie.
And then I also haven't seen the Iverson documentary. We were talking about that some time ago.
Yeah,
as in the basketball player?
Yes. Yeah.
That was my question also.
Yes, it's a documentary that inspired Jordan's Last Dance docu. Parang same makers, and then when they told Jordan, we're the guys who made the Iverson docu, all right, you guys get access to my life. And then also, I haven't seen. I'm on a bit of a Mads Mikkelsen thing, so I have a collection of his older Danish movies. We'll figure out where that goes. You know,
Awesome.
I see.
And then I think
So trashy. So trashy.
I'm sorry. I haven't.
That's so on the same level as Temptation Island.
Sorry. No, meron pala ako. Meron pa ako. I also really got heavy into Bridgerton. Also,
Okay.
It's so good.
Same level. That's same level.
It's so good. I can't wait for season 2. I'm tempted na nga to read the books, but why? I just want to watch the show. Parang too much na yata.
Oh my God. I almost thought of buying the book. I was like, okay, maybe not.
Yeah, my wife
After
saw
that
that in
talaga.
like 2 days.
Yeah, same. And
so
my mom
glad.
was like,
Oh, no.
my mom was like, do you want to watch Bridgerton with me? No. What the hell? No, I'm not watching that with you. Are you crazy?
Buti lang, I didn't recommend it to my mom because I almost did. Like, parang, mom's pretty cool show, Bridgerton. Buti lang, I got to the episode where all those clothes got taken off, like, parang tanggalan ng damit. Like, buti lang, hindi ko pa na-recommend kay mom.
My friend's 92-year-old Lola loves it daw. As in, hinahanap niya.
To be fair, there's something for everyone. There's Top Dude, the Archie, what's his name?
Reggae.
Reggae, Jean.
And then, see, Daphne's also adorable and pretty. And, yeah. And even the opera singer is hot. So, apparently, each season is focused on a Bridgerton sibling. Yun pala yung mangyayari, diba? Yeah, because that's how the books work. Parang they're all featured.
So he really got into it. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
This is legit. This is legit. He knows his stuff.
It's good TV.
What about you, Chris?
Okay, so I thought about this question. It's definitely The Circle. It's on Netflix.
Oh.
Have you guys seen it?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
You have to see the
good?
UK version, Chris.
Oh,
it's
everyone's saying the UK version is great.
Because in the US, you can see they're still kind of like parang not so they're making it for TV talaga. The UK, they bring out their political beliefs. So like they'll be like, all right, so there's news today about Brexit, ganon. Then they make everyone chat about it. Like, so are you for Brexit or not? So they're just like,
oh shit.
So it's not a dating thing.
No.
Oh.
So the circle is about your social circle.
Oh.
So the whole concept is they put a bunch of people in an apartment in this building, and then they've never met each other. They're all kind of sequestered in their own rooms, and they create their own social pages for other contestants to see. And then the twist is they can put in their real photos or they can catfish people. And then
I would watch that.
Oh my God. Yeah. And then
It's
they would
good.
base, it is so good. And then so they base all their interactions with everyone. And at the end of each episode, they will rate each other. And then the person who has the lowest social media rating gets kicked out. And then so they form like alliances. And then like, it's so funny because like the catfishing part is the best, where it's like this guy is like falling in love with this girl, and it's like this big
this black guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then he's like giggling because he based his character on his girlfriend, so he'll think how she posts.
Chris, wow.
It's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
That's what I'm
I
watching.
mean, the question was trashy, right?
So I have to.
Yeah. And mabilis lang siya, Sab. You'll finish
How
it.
about one
my
of those
God.
like
Sige.
love reality shows like Love Island? What is it? I forget.
I heard
Okay.
Love Island is amazing.
Okay.
I watched that.
I watched that one. That's the
How
one
is
where
it?
they send like a new person every like day, right?
Yeah,
And they're
something like
sequestering
that.
guys and girls. Yeah.
No, skip it. It's wala lang.
The Circle.
You
Go
know
with
what
The Circle.
else is good? Too Hot to
I heard
Handle.
about that.
It's
Yeah,
stupid.
Ayun,
Yeah.
yun pala yung pinanood ko. Ay, yes.
That's the one, right? Where they come in like one by one.
No.
Yes, yun
so
yun.
basic.
Hindi ba
one
yun
by
yun?
one? Parang the concept is they bring all these hot people in. They say
all
that
the
it's a dating
hotties.
show.
Yeah.
But
And you
then
can't
they're not
touch each
allowed to
other.
touch each other.
Yes.
And every
Yeah.
time you do, mababawasan yung
Yung
cash prize.
winner. Yeah, winning.
Which everyone's supposed to get.
It's ridiculous. And it's just
ridiculous.
like, and it's just like the horniest people in the world.
And they're so immature. Like they get pissed. There were these two girls that got pissed at the others. So they were like, I'm so mad. Let's make out. Para
To lower the...
yung pot.
Yes. I watched that.
Yeah, I saw that one.
No, ang pinanood ko pala is Love is Blind. Yun yung...
That's
yun
one in
yung
their pods?
Yes, in their pods.
Yeah.
Yung they don't see each other.
Yeah.
And then you just base it on your conversation.
And then you get engaged at the end.
And then you get engaged.
Oh my God. Garbage.
Yan ang trash.
Yes.
That's super trash. Damn.
I love how we all followed this
I know.
question properly, except Miguel, who's like, yeah, my definition of trash is mad.
But I was able to circle back. I saw Bridgerton and I loved it pala.
Bridgerton.
Yes.
And people will take offense.
I'm so sorry.
Trash.
but I think even the books were like Buddhist, Ripper type genre stuff. So,
ano talaga, romance.
Ang galing pa ng pagka-Gossip Girl niya. So that's pretty interesting. It's a good twist. Yeah. Oh wait, our producer saying let's.
It's so fun. Our producers are like, wow, this is not an episode of Dead Air.
Shout out to Ed Slade.
It's all good.
Trying to make it as far away from the ring as
this is a palate cleanser
like,
from the disturbing
burning
events.
sage. Like.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe when we should end it with just last words about the original topic.
Yeah.
Just last words.
Yeah.
Last words about the original movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's go with I can go first. So the original movie, which is the brand of alarm system that Saab has, is still the scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. I maintain that, and I agree with Saab. If something like that happened to me, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm never going to watch this movie again. Because when I saw it again at 1 p.m., it still freaked me out because of everything. Because of the fact that even the setting was just like VHS. Oh, still freaky. Yeah. Will always be freaky. Will always be a classic. That is mine. So,
all right.
Okay. I'll go next, Miguel. Okay, so yeah, same. I echo everything Aaron said. Super love it. Fantastic movie. One of the movies that got me back into horror. But I also love this episode because it's super fun, and we actually stopped talking about the movie.
We were taking so much joy and like, oh my God, we don't have to talk about horror. All right. For me, we're doing the movie. What our feelings are about the movie we saw? Yeah.
About Bridgerton.
Yeah.
This will go on for another 20 minutes.
I'm kidding.
Wow, I can't believe we're not even talking about the title. We can't even name the title. Like, we're not afraid. Like, this movie, which is like, when you press a doorbell, it's the sound of like, or when you pick up a phone, it's the sound of a thing. But anyway, yeah.
Or this.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
And then, or when people get engaged, it's what they put on their finger. But this movie is still the high watermark of horror for me. Like, it totally messed me up in every way when I saw it. And until now, vivid pa rin yung scenes. And then when you think about those scenes and you remember those scenes where you're in a part of your house that sort of like reminds you of a scene from a movie, it's still a bit of it still triggers me. So in that way, it's a successful and excellent horror film. And in that way, sometimes I wish I'd never seen it. But also, life is richer that we've seen it. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. There's more context. And for you, Saab?
Well, the movie is definitely a game changer, I think. Well, I'm not a big horror fan, but so I've never rewatched this. And so it's been 20 years, 20 years since I saw it. But it's still very much in my head, and I hate it. Talagang, it's Asian women with long hair are always just
scary.
They're cursed. Long straight hair, and it's freaky.
Yeah.
But it will always hold a special place in my heart because I think it's one of the few movies that we watched together as a family around a TV, and then the phone rang, and we freaked
Love
out,
it.
and it was a good experience. So yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
there. We went back to it eventually.
Yeah.
We
Yay!
did. Full circle, guys. You know what a
Only
circle
4
is?
months later, 5 months later.
We went full circle. You know what a circle is? It's a ring. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
I thought it was a trashy show.
It's a trashy show that you should definitely
Oh,
watch.
look at us. Thanks so much.
Well, thank you
Yes,
so
last
much for
words.
taking the time
I'm glad
to
we
come
got this
back,
redo.
No,
Sab.
you're welcome,
Thanks so
and
much.
thank you. Thank you so much
No,
that you didn't
no.
scrap the episode.
How could we? This is going to be the most fun episode ever.
The cursed
know.
one.
Take care.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Had
Thank
fun.
you.
All right.
Thank you so
Alright.
much.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Sarto Rojo.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Brought to you by Big Baby Studios.